Okay, folks, so we have another development it's related, of course, directly to the southern border of the United States, which is all fudged up right now, thanks to Biden ushering criminals and gangs into the United States to create absolute chaos so that eventually they can demolish the rule of law and usher in something even worse. Than even this, which is probably a social credit score type system and an e-verify type system, and probably usher in martial law, because they'll be like, well, Americans are so desperate for any type of rule that we'll just say, hey, we'll crack down on this, but it'll be so harsh. But you can take it or leave it. And we'll be so desperate for protection and security and safety that we'll go, okay, fine, just give us whatever. So they'll just kind of hold us up to hold it as bait for us. And so this is the intent, of course. And here we are. So another gang threat is unfolding thanks to Biden's open border. Thank you. But this time they're going after American elites. Now this actually has maybe perhaps a silver lining. We'll see. I know it sounds bizarre, but I will show you what I mean. Of course, most of this sucks, but this is kind of interesting. So as you probably caught wind, Joe Biden's border disaster is really putting America through the ringer on purpose, all deliberate. It's not just the border towns feeling the heat anymore with Biden's border invasion. Cranking up, the ripple effects are hitting every corner of the United States, touching more than just the working and middle classes. Now even the upper crust of American society is starting to squirm as some fresh gang creativity shows up at their doorstep. And mind you, the biggest criminal organization in the United States are not these gangs. It's actually the Democrat Party, because they encourage all theft, fraud, sex trafficking, pedophilia, you name it, they're behind it. And Trump's been saying and getting slammed for it that we're not exactly getting the cream of the crop. It's like some places are just clearing out their jails and psych wards, which they are, e.g. Venezuela, and sending them our way, and the Democrats might as well be holding the door open with welcome baskets as these dregs of humanity flood in. And it says here under the GOP X account, the Biden administration is aiding and abetting an invasion at our border. Yes. And if you think that that's not the case now, I'm really sorry for you. Because they are. They're deliberately doing this. This is the strategy. This is why you never hear the Biden administration talk about, well, what are you going to do the next 4 years? Trump's bad. They never tell you, though, what strategically they're going to do to help the country. There's a reason for that. They don't want you to know. They don't want to tell you what their plan is. But if you don't know what their plan is by now, then you're probably pretty stupid. No, I mean that in the kindest of ways, but seriously. At this point, we don't even have a southern border, do we? Juanita Broderick says, do we have a southern border? The answer is a resounding no. Biden's planned invasion continues every minute of every day, and Congress doesn't do jack shit. I'm not going to watch that video. I don't really want to watch this loser talk. Anyway, however, this time we have a new disaster. This is kind of fun. That involves Chilean gang members who are exploiting more loopholes and zeroing in on the wealthy. So we're getting gang members from all over the world, but specifically heavily gang members all from Central and South America, which are some of the worst in the entire world, true. They're exploiting more loopholes and zeroing in on the wealthy, and they're probably receiving advice from immigration lawyers and NGOs as well that are probably funded by the United Nations, which in turn is funded by the United States citizens. Colin Rugg, the co-founder of Trending Politics, had this to say about the new Chilean gang threat unfolding thanks to Biden's wide-open U.S. border. Report, Chilean gangs are, let's just read this right here. I want to read the actual tweet itself. I don't want to just read a paraphrase here. Okay, Chilean gangs are taking advantage of the U.S. visa waiver program and are coming to the U.S. just to burglarize luxury homes. The U.S. Visa Waiver Program allows tourists to enter America for 90 days or less. The gangs are very well equipped and use Wi-Fi jammers to disrupt security systems. Yeah, these are a lot more high tech. The international thugs recently robbed a neighborhood in Michigan and stole $800,000 in jewelry and cash from a single home. And surely the insurance companies are going to raise their rates because of all this garbage. They're super well trained when they get here, highly organized. They look like ninjas. They're all masked up, gloves. They each have a backpack with their particular set of tools for the job in the burglary, said Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard. The gangs are targeting homes throughout the country, especially in Southern California. So you can see that there. And let's see what he's got.
Jewelry, very high-end purses. That's pretty much the
Okay, let's take a look at these ninjas.
Can go undetected. Months ago, the sheriff formed a task force and caught 7 people from Chile who've been breaking in and getting away with millions. 800,000 in jewelry and cash from one home alone.
The Chilean gangs have been hitting us very hard. Cash, jewelry, very high-end purses. That's pretty much the target. They're super well trained when they get here, highly organized. They look like ninjas. They're all masked up, gloves. They each have a backpack with their particular set of tools for their job in the burglary.
Even using a jammer on wireless alarms. The sheriff recommends hardwiring your alarm system and be sure to turn it on. A team of burglars can go undetected. Months ago,
Well, I don't know. I'll be honest, if you rob my house, you're probably going to get away with less. You're probably going to walk away disappointed. And you'd be like, why did we use that high-tech equipment? Because this guy ain't got jack shit. He's got a fake Christmas tree. Yeah, let me list it off for you guys. He's got some old trash. He's got a fridge that hasn't been cleaned out in maybe 6 months. And also a low credit score. So please, if you're interested and you want to walk away lesser or with a lower credit score, please. So anyway, I don't think there'd be much luck here, but these are big homes. These are luxury homes like in Michigan and Southern California. So Elon Musk chimed in on the rise of violent gang stuff, currently pointing out that this will only get worse if action isn't taken. Well, that's what he said. It will only get worse unless action is taken, which, yeah, we'll see. The only people seem to be doing anything are maybe some sheriffs around. The only people that probably are interested in upholding the Constitution. I'm not saying all sheriffs, but some of them are. And so the latest nightmare comes on the heels of Venezuelan criminal gangs wreaking havoc and deadly violence upon citizens of the United States. Yes, many murders happening of United States citizens, not Venezuelans, but United States citizens. Colombian gang leader suspected of murder and drug trafficking arrested near San Antonio. Aderbis Segundo Perella, whatever, shit, a 29-year-old Venezuelan native, is allegedly second in command for the gang Satanas, which means Satan, I think. It sure looks like it. Was most wanted in Colombia for a slew of horrific crimes. Great, send him here. Was nabbed outside of San Antonio in New Braunfels. Perella, the hell, 2 names? Was wanted for homicide, drug trafficking, and extortion in Colombia. One of his alleged victims is a 7-year-old boy. This is the type of stuff that makes people like Pelosi and Biden smile from ear to ear. He's wanted for homicide, drug trafficking, and extortion. Wonderful. Bring him in and persecute the law-abiding citizens of the United States. That would be great. Yeah, that's how slimy and scummy Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, that's how scummy these people are. So I'm not going to play it because X is having problems, but that's what that piece of shit looks like right there. He's got some shit strewn across his face. I guess he calls it a beard. And he's already, he's 29 years old. He's probably not going to live too long. I'm just saying that's not anything of my doing or anybody else. I'm just saying people who are in this lifestyle tend not to live very long because of the lifestyle. These career criminals spot a massive loophole and dive straight in. That's just what thugs do. And currently, the Biden regime's basically laid out the red carpet for them to waltz in and stir up trouble, steal, and murder Americans. Yes, that's why I believe in the Second Amendment, because at this point, the only equalizer you have is your trusty firearm. that's that's your biggest equalizer against this type of crap. So armed migrant gangs are infiltrating America. Let's not go through that. $5 to $10 million homes are right in the sweet spot for the Venezuelan gangs. They rightfully assume the homeowners have nice watches, handbags, and artwork, maybe cash and gold bullion, without being rich enough to have an on-site armed security. Now, the only silver lining here might be that once the elites themselves start feeling the heat, and we know the elites, they affect politicians more than anybody else because of their money and their influence, we could see some real change, perhaps, because now the elites will start feeling the heat. It seems like the media turns a blind eye when the unwashed peasants and deplorables are the ones facing harm. But when members of the Biden regime and their elite circle begin to bear the brunt, suddenly everyone's paying attention. The wealthy have no problem putting your rights and safety on the line to advance their progressive agenda, as long as they're not the ones making the sacrifices. Yep. And this is where it turns into, as you've heard probably a lot lately, NIMBYism, not in my backyard-ism. Like with the Martha's Vineyard people, they're all yay for immigrants, and then the immigrants get sent to Martha's Vineyard, and they're within 4 hours, all the immigrants are gone. They're like, come, James Taylor's like, please, we love these immigrants. Oh, here, let me play Fire and Rain for you. It's going to be wonderful. Oh, wait, no, get the fuck out of here. Okay, so that's what James Taylor's really saying. We should make maps to the houses of the elites and hand them out at the border. Yeah, I'm wondering, because this is the only thing that's going to be influencing these people to change anything. Send in squatters as well. Yep. You can search for online, whatever, some sort of troll. Well, a leftist judge already solved a big problem for them. He ruled illegals can buy guns, handguns, assault rifles, sniper weapons. No worry about those pesky armed guards. The gun control nuts hire. Yeah, exactly. And remember, this is an army they're bringing in. That's why these are military age. You rarely see women and children anymore in these groups. It's mostly just an army of people. That's why they want to give illegals guns. The rights to have guns and the rights, like in LA, to be police officers too. They're not even citizens yet. And because they want to have an army that imprisons the U.S. population, the actual citizens. Itsy Bitsy says, and isn't it time we started to remove radical leftist judges of this type from positions where they can have the power to do this to us? It shouldn't take a genius to recognize when you might be cutting your own throat by voting the way you do. Jackie says, yes, but we need to do so legally. We want to return this country to being a constitutional republic, and you don't do that by lynching people without trials. The left, especially the corrupt scum in Oregon, California, Colorado, and especially New York, broke the legal system beyond repair. Either Congress or, either Congress or a state convention will need to disband and defund Article 3 courts and replace them with the original citizen tribunals. No lawyers allowed anywhere. Repeat that with the FOJ, FBI, DHS, all the three-letter agencies, and rent the Pentagon out to a shopping mall operator and send the beribboned, useless-ass admirals, generals, and their transsexual staffer home without pay. Get back to trading and making stuff to sell. Buy things from Russia and China. You don't get to be enemies with trading partners. I really want that new Russian Linux computer that will put Apple and Microsoft out of business. Anyway, so you get the point here, folks. As we can see, the controlled demolition of the United States, which is pretty much getting to a level of intensity under Biden that we've really never seen in this country ever before. And we've seen it in banana republics, but we've never seen it to this extent before. So, stay strapped, man. Be vigilant. Don't panic. Never panic. That doesn't actually serve any purpose, and it won't serve you very well. So I suggest that. And, if you're smart or you're in a place where you can have a sidearm or a firearm or something like that, don't do violence. Do not do that. But protect and defend yourself. You have the right to. And this is one of those things that make people think twice. And you have that right. So if you can, I'd maybe look into it. If you don't have one already, might be a good idea, just so you can feel a little safer and you can protect yourself and your loved ones. So with my little PSA there, thanks for watching, folks. I so appreciate your time. And subscribe, put a like on the video if you like it, and I will talk to you later.